Hello everybody and welcome to the video notes for Unit 4, Day 26. And today we are practicing with evaluating multiplication expressions. So yesterday we were working with addition and subtraction expressions, and today we're going to try with multiplication. Today's video is dedicated to Askari in 6A. Hi Askari. Start by checking your work for the opening exercise. So we have one bag of apples, and for every one bag there's 3 apples. So you're multiplying by 3 in each row, which means that if you have 25 bags of apples, you can multiply that by 3. So 25 times 3, that's 75 apples. And if you have B bags, that means 3 times B is 3B. That's how many apples you would have. For this part, if a truck has A apples on it, how many bags would you need? Well, the opposite of multiplying by 3 is dividing by 3. So which means if you have A total apples, to find the number of bags you need, you do the reverse of multiplying by 3 and you divide by 3. So you can write it like this or like this. And then for the last one, so then if a truck has 600 apples on it, how many bags do you need? You can divide the total number of apples by 3 to get 200 bags. Now let's try this one together. Let's read it first. In California, you receive a 5-cent refund for every can that you return to a recycle center. I want you to underline 5 cents, and 5 cents is the same thing as $0.05. That's 5 cents, 0.05. Or 5 tenths, or 500, sorry. So the first thing you want to do is complete the table on the right. Let's take a look. Number of cans returned is on the left. How much you receive as a refund is on the right. So if you return 1 can, we know that you get 5 cents back, or 5/100ths of a dollar, so 0.05. And then if you return 2 cans, then to find the total refund, you can multiply 2 times 0.05, because you get 5 cents for every can. And you might be able to do that in your head, and you know it's 1/10 or 10 cents. But let's just double check. So we want 2 times 0.05 equals 0.1, which is the same thing as 10 cents, just like that, right? If you have 3 cans, that's the same thing as 3 times 0.05, it's 15 cents, right? So for each of these, you're multiplying the number of cans times 5 cents to see how much you get in total. And so then go ahead and pause and finish the rest of this table on your own. So pause, finish this table. And now you're resuming the video to check your work. Remember, if you're not pausing and trying, you're not challenging yourself to learn. 4 times 0.05 is 0.20 for 20 cents. 10 times 0.05 is the same thing as getting 50 cents, or 0.50. 50 times 0.05, that's the same thing as having 2.50. 100 times 0.05, that is equal to $5. And then C, if it's C times 0.05, it's the same thing as 0.05C. So now let's bring this information and go back here to part B. If we let C represent the number of cans, what is the expression that shows how much money is refunded? Well, if it's C cans, we just did it right here, right? So it would be 0.05 C. That's the same thing as C times 0.05. Next it says, use the expression to find out how much money Brett would receive if he returned 222 cans. I'm going to have you real quick do a pause and try that problem on your own.
Lopez to the front, please. Diego Lopez to the front, your mom's waiting.
Uh-oh, Diego Lopez. Better go to the front, your mom's waiting. All right, you finished this one now? Let's check it. 222 cans total, so 222 times 0.05. Right, that's this right here. The number of cans times 0.05. What is that going to equal? We can use our calculator. 222 times 0.05 equals 11.1. So that's going to be 11.1, but since this is dollars, $11.10. That's how much money we would get back if we have that many cans. If you got that on your own, 3 gold stars for you. Let's check out part D. If Gavin needs to earn $4.50 for returning cans, how many cans does he need to collect and return? So for part D, what it's doing is it's telling us, instead of the number of cans, what if it was 450 here, right? And we're trying to figure out how many cans there would be. Now for each of these, we multiplied 0.05 to figure out the number of dollars. But here, if we get the number of dollars and we need to go back the other way, we do the opposite of multiplying by 0.05 and we divide by 0.05 because the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So we can do that here. We can do 450. That's how much money divided by 5 cents for each can. What would that give us? Use our calculator. 450.
Diego Lopez to the front. Diego Lopez to the front.
Diego Lopez. Really need to get to the front here. 450 divided by 0.05. Okay, it's going to give us 90. So that means 450 divided by 5 cents is 90 cans total. So you need 90 cans to earn $4.50. Okay. Now, we're going to continue our video notes onto page 3, so turn the page. And this problem number 2 is going to be the last problem of our video notes. Let's read it together. The fare for a subway or a local bus is $2.50. So that means every time you want to take a ride on the bus or the subway, it costs $2.50. So the first part is to fill out the table on the right. We'll do the first couple together. So one ride, we know that costs $2.50. 2 rides, we can multiply 2 times $2.50 to get this. You can use your calculator if you need to, or if you can do it in your head. 2 times 2.5 is 5, so it's $5. We do the next one. 3 times 2.5, $7.50. And you can do that for the rest of this table. And then once you do the rest of this table, I also want you to try answering B, C, and D. For D, right, it's asking you, what if you spend $175? Then how can you figure out, using division, what would go here? Sorry for the bell, that was kind of loud. So, using what I've given you as a starter, and if you need to go back to your notes on page 2, let's finish the rest of this problem on your own. When you're done with this problem, you can raise your hand and get your check from me. And with that,
Thank you so much for playing my game.